This is the morning of the 7th of August, 2024. You have to wonder what kind of vetting these people do when they go ahead and select a vice president or a presidential candidate. Article in the New York Post, published August the 6th, written by Chris Nesi, NESI. Title: Tim Walz's past DUI arrest for driving 96 miles an hour in a 55 zone comes back to haunt VP pick. That isn't all he was doing. Fat, bald-headed prick. Kamala Harris' freshly minted VP pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, was once arrested for drunk driving after he was pulled over for driving more than 40 miles an hour above the speed limit. Walz, 60, who was 31 at the time and working as a teacher in Alliance, Nebraska, was caught on police radar driving his silver Mazda 96 miles an hour in a 55 zone just before midnight, September 23, 1995. When the trooper approached the window, he detected a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the vehicle, court documents show. Look at this prick. Garbage. After flunking a field sobriety test, he submitted to a breath test, which pegged his blood alcohol level at 0.128, well above the legal limit of 0.8. Guy's a garbage. Walz was arrested and taken to Dawes County Jail. He was given a blood test, but those results could not be immediately confirmed. The following March, Walz pleaded the charges down to reckless driving, which required him to admit that he drove a vehicle in a manner as to indicate an indifference to wanton disregard for safety of persons or property, according to court transcripts. After accepting the plea agreement, Walz's lawyer, Russell Hartford, attempted to explain that his client was speeding because he thought the trooper was somebody chasing him, alleging he did fire up the light bar in a timely fashion. He didn't fire up the light bar. This is a bit bizarre, but Mr. Walz thought somebody was chasing him. The officer didn't turn on his red lights, and somebody came up real fast behind him, and he didn't know what they were doing, Hartford told the Judge James Hanson. So he sped up to try to get away, fearing that somebody was after him. Lo and behold, it was a state patrolman that was behind him. So the faster he went, the faster the state patrol officer went, he admitted. Walz wound up paying a $200 fine plus court costs. He offered to resign his position as a teacher at Alliance High School, but the principal talked him out of resigning, the court transcript shows. The judge scolded Walz for driving under the influence, which particularly concerned him given his position as a teacher. This is a real problem for me to see a teacher get picked up for this kind of offense because you have to be a role model, he said. When the issue of the DUI arrest was raised during Walz's successful 2006 campaign for Congress in Minnesota, his campaign manager, Carrie Geekley, told Rochester, Minnesota newspaper that Post-Bulletin that he wasn't drunk and he was unable to understand the officer's command due to hearing loss he incurred from his time as an artilleryman in the Armed National Guard. He couldn't understand what the officer was saying to him, he alleged. Well, how about he blew 0.108? So he claimed the judge threw out the DUI charge against Walz and chastised the officer for not realizing he was deaf, the outlet writes. However, there's nothing in the court record or transcript obtained by Alpha News to back up his assertion. According to NPR News, Walz had surgical procedure called a stratechotomy to repair his hearing, which fixed damaged bones inside the ear. Guy's absolute garbage. Again, how do they vet these people? Same way that Nancy Pelosi vetted the crack-smoking poo pusher, Barack Hussein Obama, with a Ouija board. I'll attach the link. Look at it. And thanks for listening.